Welcome to the Unshakable Growth. I'm Esty, and let's get started. Welcome back to the Unshakable Growth. Today we are diving into the story of resilience and passion with Jaymee, the talented home baker who turned into a business owner behind Luvatte, her very own home-based bakery. Jaymee's journey hasn't always been smooth. She has faced moments that tested her patience and resilience, from tricky business encounters to challenging customers' interaction. Yet with every challenge, she has come back stronger, growing her brand and showing what it truly means to persevere. Get ready to be inspired by her unwavering dedication and love for baking. Welcome to my podcast, Jaymee. It's my absolute pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for having me here today.
It has been a while since we last connected. I believe it was during the days when we were studying pastry in Academy of Pastry Arts.
Yes, that was like years ago. It was quite some time.
And knowing that you have that much of passion in baking, I'm just wondering what first inspired you to turn your baking passion into business? And was there a specific moment when you realized that you want to start your own bakery?
Well, I have always been a foodie and I love food. I enjoy food a lot. It's like food is so comforting. When I'm happy, I have food. When I'm sad, I have food. When I'm stressed, I have food. So, but my passion to bake actually only took off after I become a full-time mother. And when my daughter started preschool, that's when I actually enrolled at the academy that we both went to, Academy of Pastry Arts. And at first, I actually enrolled for only the part-time weekend course. But the first lesson was conducted by Chef G, the French chef. And I tasted the pastry. I mean, oh wow, it was like so good. So that was really the pivotal moment for me. And that was when I immediately, just switched my course from part-time to full-time. But about owning a bakery, I've always felt that, I only wanted to have my own place for my retirement, actually. It's more for like, I always wanted to find a master baker to learn from, and then only to have a place later on to spend time chat with my old friends and stuff like that. But because the course that we went to, I was not from the F&B industry before, so I really need more practice. So I started actually begin taking orders during the
Yeah.
course, just for fun and for practice. So that's how it actually slowly started and turned into the business today.
Yeah. Wow. Can you walk us through your journey of launching Luvatte and how you come up with the name?
Oh, actually, Luvatte was really an exciting journey, and um, the name itself is actually came up made up word found by my
Yeah.
daughter, and the I find that the older generation will pronounce, like as in me, will pronounce the name as LU first, the syllabus, and then
Yeah.
Luvate. But after I tested the name with friends and different generations, I found that the younger generation will actually pronounce LUV first, and then it will sound like love, eat, like eat or eat. And then when you pronounce it very fast, it sounds like you love
Love it.
it. And that's really what we want people to feel after they tasted our
Yeah.
pastry. And we actually have customer actually exclaim that, like, I love
Oh,
it. And that's our name as
actually,
well.
that's so sweet. It's so good. I love it. And so, throughout your journey of launching Luvatte, what were some of the biggest initial challenges that you faced?
Mm. Actually, one of the toughest yet valuable experience was like managing customer feedback. For me, dealing with customer is not really challenging because I was always in sales and
Okay.
marketing. But being a chef that produce desserts that have sweetness, and dealing with people with different sweetness level is really challenging. And in Malaysia, it's like there's a lot of customer will say that I love dessert, but I like this my desserts not sweet,
Yeah.
and everybody have a different level of sweetness, as like to their tolerance of spiciness or
Yeah.
savory, right? So to meet that, oh, I don't like so sweet, so it's quite challenging. And at the earlier stage, being quite inexperienced, so I actually tried tweaking the
Mm-hmm.
recipe to make everybody
Oh.
happy. But over the time, I learned that this is not sustainable, and it was actually, how to say, it doesn't work
Mm.
for me. So later on, I actually learned to balance my own taste as well, to customers' expectation. So I relook into the recipe and the techniques. And right now, I will actually recommend our
Mm-hmm.
clients who never tried our pastry before to actually try our signature first, and then to determine if that's the level that they like. And most of the time, our level is actually on
Yeah.
point. So it was quite blind to just simply tweak the recipe and to adjust just based by someone saying, "Oh, I don't like
Mm.
sweet," because sweetness level is so
Yeah.
individual.
And I guess sometimes, how people will always say the highest compliment that you can get a dessert feedback from Asians is, oh, this dessert is not too sweet.
Yeah, they will say, "Oh, I
Yeah,
love sweet."
and the sweetness level for different people is totally different. And just wondering, just now, you mentioned about your signature. Do you have any like signature product that you can talk a little bit on there?
Oh yes. Because of my background in
Mm-hmm.
marketing, I'm so pampered and used to fine foods. So I have like a palette for fine foods that I
Yeah.
really enjoy. So we created this. Our signature right now is our French butter orange
Mm-hmm.
loaf. It's like a classic offering. Like you can find butter cake loaf
Yeah.
anywhere, right? I mean, it's offered like from the bakery to the shop to the retail to the pasar malam on the street. But I wanted something that is classic yet it is like made with really premium natural ingredients that
Yeah.
I can find. Like we don't use any coloring, preservative, so everything is fresh, and it's made to order. So you can know that it is not like made in a big batch and then you put in the freezer
Yeah.
and then yeah. So not like that. And it's also because ever since I become a mom, and plus
Mm-hmm.
the cost, I've been even more fussy about the ingredients as well as the taste and whether it is natural or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess because coming from the same background, studying patisserie from the same academy with you, for me I also have a really high standard in terms of having my dessert. I know that there's so many butter cakes out there. Some people just use planta or even margarine for making the butter cake. But then the taste, you can
Yeah.
taste it, it's really different and it tastes different on your palate as well, right?
Yeah. For people who can taste it, you can really taste it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And so I know that building a business isn't always like, really smooth. But what is the one tough experience that taught you a valuable lesson?
I think is to stay true to
Hmm.
ourselves. As like we mentioned, right? Like our signature product is the French butter
Yeah.
orange loaf, and we use really premium and natural ingredients, and it is artisanally made, so it's like a small quantity. We couldn't make it like mass
Mm-hmm.
produced, so the pricing of the product is like slightly higher in the market. So it is quite
Uh-huh.
challenging because the competition for pastry products is so huge, so huge. And when I stay true to myself and my
Mm-hmm.
passion, my palate,
Yeah.
um we will eventually find people who actually appreciate and value and love our product as much as
Yeah,
we do,
that's
right?
right.
Because we love making them for our families and we want to share with everybody. So it's about staying true and passionate with, your products and what you
Yeah, that's
do.
right. And also because knowing that you're using all those premium ingredients and definitely the cost will be much higher.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
definitely much higher. It's like I can actually say that, if as a business, um if as a business people
Mm-hmm.
point of view, right, it is like crazy. Are you crazy to use all
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like probably business minded people will only choose one item that is
Mm-hmm.
premium and they
Yeah.
focus on that, then the rest is like, just normal stuff. But for us, right, I just want
Premium.
everything. And it's like, the French butter, the premium flour, and free range egg and everything. And it all really add up a
Yeah.
lot. And but the thing is, when I have my food or when I have my pastry, I want to have it like the real flavor, and I want to indulge in it. Like, when I have it, I feel, oh,
It's so good.
then I feel happy, my joy, my comfort, and I can go without it for like, quite some time instead of having something that is like lesser flavor and that makes me unhappy.
Yeah, that's right. And if you don't mind me asking, how much is the selling price for the butter cake? One loaf of them.
At at the moment we are selling at 30
Yeah.
ringgit per loaf.
And it serves how many packs roughly?
It's about
Mm-hmm.
300 grams, and you can actually comfortably cut it into
Yep.
7 slices. Or if you want it smaller, you can cut it into half to 14. We actually have, I'm actually grateful that we have a lot
Mm-hmm.
of supporters and regulars right now that are supporting us. And when they come and order and they tell me, my mom loves your cake, I want to buy it for my dad, and then for birthday. And my bosses love it. It's really one of our proudest moment when our customer place their trust on us to have it for their special occasions, and recommendation as
Oh,
well.
that's really good to hear that people around you are supporting your small business and it's growing now. Um, yeah, knowing about the good
Yes.
part, but sometimes during the situation when it's not good, what helped you to stay resilient when things feel tough to you, and how did you bounce back from them?
It is really, really not easy, especially like I say, the competition is
Mm-hmm.
really huge. So I still feel that the main is really the passion and staying true to myself. Like I just couldn't. I am the person that I just couldn't um make a cake with margarine. I just
Yeah.
couldn't. And like I can't make that, to sell because I don't like to eat that. I don't enjoy that. So I just can't. And then but when we stay true to ourselves, the passion, every day when I make my
Mm-hmm.
cakes for orders, I'm actually smiling, smelling the fresh orange zest in the morning is so motivating. And when you really slowly find your own niche market or people who truly
Mm-hmm.
values, that really, make me keep moving
Oh,
forward. Yeah, it's
I really
passion.
like that. That it's the passion that keep you going, right? The the
Yes.
passion that motivates you to keep
Yeah.
going.
Passion to make, passion to eat, passion to love what I do as
Yeah,
well.
that's very good. And sometimes I did see that you share a little bit about like some I would say like maybe customers demanding like special orders or specific orders that you don't usually do. How do you deal with such situation?
Before this, when I was still in the
Uh-huh.
course, like
Yeah.
in the earlier time, I actually dabble into so many things. Like I will just try and do it for fun, and Yeah, and it's also a good practice for me. I had fun doing that. But if I view it as a business point of view, it is really hard because in our pastry when we do our course we have so many
Yeah.
elements and then we will end up to have so many
Mm-hmm.
inventories. It just doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. So like right now I try to make it into like a
Mm-hmm.
niche. So instead of like my breakthrough would be like instead of rejecting the customer straight
Yeah.
away, I would actually give them suggestion and
Oh,
proposal
okay.
for them to try our our signature as well as the things that we are able to make within our scope.
Yep.
So I'm glad that there are actually many customers that accepted our proposal and they enjoy it.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
really good to hear. It's like a learning curve that you have learned from the early days, that you can't fulfill everyone's needs, and you pivot it around
Yes.
to suggest to them.
Yeah, and I forgot to update you, SD. And recently, actually, I've joined this wonderful program
Mm-hmm.
by Ibupreneurs.
Yeah.
There is actually a entrepreneur program for mothers,
Ah.
and it's really an awesome program that actually help us mothers to be equipped to be entrepreneurs and to have all these challenges and to be surrounded by all these inspiring female entrepreneurs. It really feels like a whole new different level
Yeah.
altogether.
Wow. Do you mind sharing a little
Yeah.
bit what do they cover in the program?
Oh, I was really blessed to be selected because I heard there's actually quite a lot of
Oh,
people
okay.
applying for the program because it is like sponsored
Oh,
and it was like I think there's about 200 over people applying for
yeah.
that and they only select 15%.
Whoa.
And I'm one of the lucky ones.
You must be so.
Yeah, and I'm really really thankful because it is like because like I say I was in the corporate
Mm.
before, doing business and being an entrepreneur is totally a different
Yeah.
story. And they actually equip us with all the basics needs like the finances, how to count your
Mm-hmm.
costing. It's like it's like okay, like the costing part, it was also very good for me in the sense like sometimes we are like, oh, when customers say, some customer will say, oh, too
Mm.
expensive, comparing your products with the prices. But when we go for courses like this and you actually have a trained coach,
Yeah.
professional one that tells you that your costing is on point,
Mm.
or even slightly lower, you can actually even
Mm.
increase. It actually gives us a lot of reassurance that what we are doing is
Mm-hmm.
right. And also they also equip us with like new skill that I don't have. Like they teach us on
Oh,
photography, they teach us on
wow,
videography,
that's
and
interesting.
then the coming course will be like on TikTok. Like for dinosaur like me, TikTok is like really a new thing, and it's challenging but it's fun, it's exciting at the same
Yeah, to
time.
explore a little bit on what's popular right now, like the different social media platforms to promote your products.
Yes, and I think it is wonderful to really have a community to support each
Mm-hmm.
other as well as like what you're
Yeah.
doing. So I also hope that whatever that we are doing, we could also inspire other
Yeah.
females, and together we can lift each other up and to be better for the
Yeah,
future.
that's really good to hear. Such amazing advice that like females should support each other, no, in regards of
Yes,
business and the
definitely.
community. It's really good to have a supportive community around you. And what advice would
Yeah.
you give to someone that is considering to start your own small business since you have already in the journey of doing a small business?
It may sounds like a cliche, but like I say again, it's all about passion,
Mhm.
passion, passion.
Oh,
You really need to do what you truly love. You need to ask yourself, like, even if let's say I don't have
mm,
money, would I do it? if you're in like a really difficult moments, because like entrepreneurship, the journey is not going to be easy.
Yeah.
But if you don't do something that you have passion or you love, can you imagine how can you last?
Yeah.
Like for me, if there's no orders, I may even just bake the cake for myself and my family. So it's just something that you like to do. And for people who really want to do business and they know what they like, they have
Mm-hmm.
passion, do it, just do it.
Yeah.
Don't doubt
Mm-hmm.
yourself and just do it. Keep moving forward and don't give up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really great advice to all the small business owners out there.
I'm still
Yeah.
small, but we are learning every
Yeah, I
day to
mean,
be
it
better.
is
Yeah.
good to have this first-hand advice from small business owner like you, to share your journey to everyone out there. Sometimes when we are caught in our own circle or in our own, mindset, it's like we are in that loop, just circling around, but you
Yeah.
don't know that everyone is actually running the same race. But we just didn't share it out. We are not vulnerable enough to share it out to everyone. But I guess this platform that I'm doing right now is also a good platform to get entrepreneurs or people that is building their business or someone that feel lost. My last episode was just sharing about someone that was feeling a little bit lost, being a mid-20s, but it's fine. It's a part of the journey.
Yeah, we all feel that
Yeah,
sometimes. Yeah. At some stage of our
yeah,
life. Yeah, but we need to like have a right mindset, and it's good to be surrounded with people, like-minded people, positive people, females, inspiring female to keep us moving forward and keep challenging,
mm,
breaking through our own mindset. That's what I'm doing
yeah.
actually.
Yeah, that's really good. And since that I've moved here to Australia, right? I've tried to challenge myself as well, push myself to do things that I wouldn't do back in Malaysia as well. So I'm like trying to push my boundaries and see where can I go.
Yes, and it's awesome because that's the only I feel that's the only way we can grow.
Mm,
Because if we keep like, keep ourselves in the comfort zone, we'll be like, that's stagnant. It's like stagnant and there's no growth. Growth is about, facing the challenge and, break through the struggle, the
yeah,
stress, and then you find way to break through and do something different, like something that you will not do
yeah,
yourself,
yeah,
previously. And then after that, when you find you do that, and then you have grown. When you look back, oh, I've
yeah.
grown, I've overcome that.
That's right. And I think it's really important for
Yeah.
us to reflect our own journey as well. Like a lot of time after we've done something, it's like, oh, we've done it. But if you look back 1 year before, 1 year prior, it's different. It's you are not where you are. Yeah.
Definitely.
And one last question for you. If you could go back to the beginning, what is the one thing that you would tell yourself?
For me, like I mentioned just now about breaking through and about
Mm-hmm.
mindset, I will tell myself, don't doubt, just do it. Don't wait for the perfect moment for everything to fall into place, because like such a perfectionist like
Mm-hmm.
me, I just want to plan everything nicely before, I start doing
Yeah.
something. So it's like, you should like, just take on the challenge and just do it. You don't doubt. And then you go as, you do as you
Mm-hmm.
go. And then you will find the solution as long as, you have the
Yeah.
focus and you have the right mindset.
Mm. So
Yep.
focusing on the end
And
goal.
always believe, yeah, believe in ourselves.
Always believe in yourself.
Trust the process and it will
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Well, thank you so much, Jamie.
Thank you so much
Yeah.
also.
Thank you so much for joining us on the Unshakable Growth podcast. So, Jamie's journey with Luvatte has shown us the true power of resilience, passion, and creativity in turning a dream into reality, even when faced with unexpected challenge. Her story is a reminder that every obstacle can be a stepping stone, and if we are faced with unexpected challenge, stay committed to your vision, and if you're enjoying today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave us a review. Until next time, keep growing and embracing each challenge on your journey of goodness. Thank you, Jamie. Thanks for tuning in the Unshakable Growth. Stay unshakable, and I'll catch you in the next episode.